missed it.
There we go.
We missed those pearls of wisdom.
Yeah. I can maybe see if I can reiterate them in sort of 3 simple words instead. Yeah. Well, we'll see if we can look at something similar to that later on, and I'll see if I can reiterate said pearls. So yeah, if everyone can just go through the rolling suite as a warm up. As I said in the last session, I would always advocate starting with the leg rolls, as I think they're far more. It's a more simple rolling movement than with the arms, and if that can grease the wheels a little more and make the arms more expansive, then so much the better. That's really great control rolling there, Tom. Nice, Jules. Although, see if you could just slow it down just a bit.
Okay.
I don't think you'll need momentum, but there was a bit of momentum in there. That was nice, Amber. Really expansive. Beautifully slow and controlled as well. Nice and controlled, that, Santiago. Although make sure you keep reaching out at 90 degrees. Don't be tempted to try to finish with your arm above the head, which for some bizarre reason everyone always wants to. That's nice, mate. Nice, Kate. That was nicely controlled again. You on strike, Linda?
I always do one set, and that's enough for me.
That's fair enough. Hi, Reese. How you going with your rolling, mate? I haven't seen that in a little while. Let's have a look at it. Not bad, mate. Not bad. Although you could, let's see you go back. Yeah, on the roll going backwards just then, you may have been aware you straightened your leg after you completed the roll, which then suggests that either you had too much momentum going into it, or you completed the roll with your hips or shoulders. Not quite sure which one it is. I think there was maybe just a little bit too much momentum in it. That was also seemed to be apparent on the other roll as well, because you seem to sort of stamp down more than reach across. That's it. So just slow it right down. And so when your foot touches the ground, just pause. So lift that knee up. That's it, mate. When the foot touches, pause. Now pause, 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 pause. And now reach out with that knee to 8 o'clock on the clock face. Reach it out, reach it out. Straighten that leg. Yes. That's how you do it, mate. Let's see you come back, do the roll to come back. Yep, you're right there, Reece.
Can you do the same one with?
Yeah.
Can we do the same one with my other leg, or?
No, you can use either leg, mate. Either leg. You'd be able. I'm sure you can be aware of the technique in one and to apply it to another. So just on your back, using your legs, either leg. right? So relax the knee at that point, mate. Relax the knee. So that's it. And then take it over. Find the floor and reach to 8 o'clock. Yeah. You see how the foot has come down there towards 6 o'clock rather than 8 o'clock? And so what that does, it just generates momentum, and that brings everything over. So that allows you to complete the roll, but not under as much control as you would do if you were reaching out to 8 o'clock. So it just sort of leaves a little bit of a question mark as to, hang on, is the pattern in there and you can do it controlled, or do you need momentum? Now, I'm pretty damn sure you don't need momentum to do it. You've certainly got the mobility. But the thing is to slow it right down. And so there's zero doubt either way. Right, so the next one, as pretty sure you're all probably aware, the pattern which we're going to focus on today is in fact the half kneeling to standing pattern. Clearly that involves an asymmetrical pelvis, which is something that starts to figure in the patterns from quadruped onwards. So what we'll start off with for our supported spine pattern will be the breathsel. Try and make sure you've got a pillow or similar under the head, because the intent there is to have the spine perfectly straight. Because to get your best breathsel, you've got to get that rotation in the spine. And the moment you get any flexion or extension from the neutral spine, that's going to compromise your rotation. So into the breathsel. That is spot on, Kate. It's almost as if your video's stopped. Although a little bit of a chuckle shake gave that away. That is also spot on, Santiago. Everything's perfect there. You're looking over your left shoulder. Left knee is above the waistline, and you look like the right leg is running in parallel with the spine or aligned with the spine. So that's bang on. Right then, Reese, let's see what we can do with this. So the top leg needs to be the one that's in flexion. So you need to have your right hand holding your left ankle. That's it. I'll pull that. So that's it. Right hand on left. Pull that leg so that, yes, so your thigh is, that's it. And then get that left hand over your thigh and tucked behind the knee. That's it. And pull that knee up above your weight. Perfect, mate. That is a breathsel. And so what you want to now do is look over that right shoulder. Look over your right shoulder. That's it. Excellent. And that's got the dissociation in the spine we're after. That's great. Now, just breathe into your abdomen in that position. You shouldn't feel any bracing at all in the core. I imagine one or two of you will feel that bracing, just because a perfect breathsel is a thing of aspiration for a lot of us. But that's a good one. Try it on the other side there, Reese. That looks nice, Linda. That little wiggle of the foot in affirmation there, was it? Yeah, there we go. That looks nice as well, Amber. What you can try to do is roll that right knee to the floor. That's it. So roll the right knee to the floor and then look over that right shoulder. and keep that grip on the big toe. Well done. Can't really see you there, Rob, but I think you've got that right. Looks it, mate. That's good, Tom. Maybe get that right knee a little higher. You'll be able to tell if that's above your belt line or not. All right, Jules, if you can maybe pull that right knee further back so the thighs in. So at the moment, you've got full flexion in that knee. Now, if you can't quite get that your right thigh aligned with the spine, if you give up some of that flexion in the knee, you'll be able to pull the leg. There you go, and you'll be able to pull that leg further back. So the key things or the must-haves in the Breathsel is the limb that's in extension, that the thigh has got to be parallel with the spine. And the one that's in flexion, the knee has to be above the belt line. And if you need to use straps or similar to do that, then sort of so be it. But anything less than that is going to compromise what you're getting out of the drill. And if you have to flex or extend the spine to get hold of either the knee or the foot, then that will compromise the drill as well. Oh, late addition from Timor. Hi, Timor.
Okay.
Yeah. You haven't missed too much, mate. If you can just do a bit of rolling, catch up, and then start off with the Breathsel, and then
Sounds good.
we'll come to you within the next movement. Because unless there's any questions about the Breathsel, and you can keep doing it as much as you like, going to go into the suspended spine, i.e. quadruped for the most part, and we're going to look at bird dog. The reason we're going to look at bird dog is because of the asymmetrical pelvis and then the core stability that's required to have the asymmetrical pelvis and the contralateral base of support. You've got left knee, right hand as your base of support. Because that goes across the core, you need nice, authentic stabilization in the core, a bit like Linda was demonstrating there, in order to hold the position. So demonstrate once again, Linda. That's it.
Oh, then I'll take the good side.
Yeah. It's good. Perfect. An almost perfectly straight leg there into the rear. Arm is at the level of the shoulder. Nothing wrong with that at all. You know, that's exactly what we want to see. Let's jump in and see Rob. That looks good, mate. And what you'll also see on Rob there, I think, you see how the down leg was twisted inwards. And your right arm isn't under the shoulder, Rob. You'll get a bit more stability if you get that right arm directly under the shoulder. So the arm is a straight line, so it's a perfectly straight column. See, just put the left arm down, Rob. Put the left arm. Don't move the right. Don't move the right. You just moved it. But even then, if you look at that right arm, see how it's leaning in. You want that right arm to be a perfectly plumb line straight. You're a builder, aren't you, mate? You want that right arm plumb line straight. That's it.
Yeah.
There you go. Now look at that. Awesome, mate. Just think plumb lines. And what I'll do is I'll go through a demonstration myself. Those who are happy with it, crack on. Those who want me to talk you through, look in. Right. First things first. Let's get up into the quadruped position. So, elbow, elbow, knee, knee. Bring the knee in. Come on. There we have the vertical arms. We know that's a strong column. We know it's going to stay underneath our center of gravity. Tuck the toes. On an in-breath, foot goes out to the rear, but also to the midline. Let me show from my best angle. See, there's the midline. If it just went straight back, it would go there. What I'm doing, go into the midline. Always sort your knee position out first, and then the hands. Because otherwise, if you sort the hands first, and then sort the knees, your hands are out of position. You know? So. Head up on the in-breath, on the out-breath. And I'm reaching forward with this arm, but also reaching forward with the leg. If I feel I'm going to come down towards the hand, I'm going to reach more with the leg. The reaching and how that is pulling the core either way is a really effective component. I don't know if anyone's got any questions on that. Or rather, was there anyone who isn't confident that they are smashing a good bird dog? It's pretty good again, Rob, although plumb line straight is what we're after on those arms. That's not bad, but that's it. Reach out with that leg. Reach with the leg. Try to touch as that's it. Touch as far behind you as possible. That's excellent, mate. Really good, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice, Tom. Okay, excellent. Really good. Rightio. So our next progression then is to the stacked spine, from suspended spine to stacked. And what we will do for that, in a nice progression, is to go or you can breathe in when you come up. Have a feel as to which is going to be more effective for you. What I want to see it on here is on the in-breath, and then either in-breath on the way up or in-breath and then out-breath on the way up. What I want to see is a straight line from knee, hip, shoulder, ear. I want to see 90-degree angle there. And people are struggling if the forward half kneeling pattern is something they haven't got available to them. You can try open half. Rob, that looks great. I hope this improvement isn't aligned with Leeds' recent results, mate. Otherwise, I'm not confident about your future. Right, so Linda, did you use an in-breath or an out-breath when you came up?
Out breath.
Yeah. It'd be interesting if you can use the in-breath. That was quite slow. I mean, to tell you what, you went to a great position. So there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that was that's excellent. That's exactly what we want to see.
That was an in-breath.
Yeah. Because the thing is, if you come up slowly, although it's perceptually the correct technique, you are at a bit of a biomechanical disadvantage. Gravity's got quite a big lever of your torso. Yeah, so that, yes. Excellent. You can drive those hips forward a little, and that'll get you in a more secure position. And look at those toes behind, nicely tucked under. That having your toes tucked under behind is going to give you a lot more support. It's nice, Jules. So make sure you get 90 degrees in that forward knee. That will give you a longer base from back to front. And that's what will see. You've short stepped again there. You see how the knee is forward of the ankle, and that's made your ankle come up.
Yeah.
If you move that foot further forward, so move the foot outside the hand. Yeah, there you go. Now come up from there. Now that's a far better position from the forward to backwards. Let's see if you can do it on the other side. Now see if you can try when you're getting down the position. If you drag that right hand into position so you can try and splay the fingers. That's it. Put some weight down. Excellent, mate. That's a much better hand position. And now on the out breath. Much better. Way, way better, mate. Hopefully that feels better as well. It should do, because it should make more sense to you. That's it. Open half kneeling, Timur. Big breath in. And spread the chest when you come up. Big breath, spread the chest. Head up, head up. Look forward. That's what's going to give you your balance, mate. Use the bed. That's all right. Breathe that ataxia away. Sharp sniffs. And maybe put your hand on that knee as well. That might, there you go. Start to calm down now. Now, your supporting knee is slightly outside of you. So the next time when you come up, if it's directly underneath you, you might get that little bit more support, and then you might get that little less ataxia. But also notice how much little ataxia you're getting now.
Yeah, getting a lot better.
Yeah.
Right.
That's really good, mate. And obviously turn around to do it to the other side, so you've got the bed there available for you. Great, mate. That looks like the weight's over that right knee. Looks nice and solid. Well done.
All right.
Righto. For the next patterns, we're gonna go on to the Turkish get-up. With those, I'm sure there'll be a variety of levels of skill in the Turkish get-up amongst you. And so there are a variety of stop points in the overall progression that are still extremely useful if you can go up to that point and then return. But we'll start off with the half Turkish get up. We'll do the full one will be at the end or towards the end of today's session, because that is we'll finish off with the half kneeling to standing. But for the half Turkish get up, flatten your back. You have your knees with your feet touching down on the ground. Left leg out to 45 degrees. Right leg pointed at 45 degrees, but with the flat of the foot still down. Left arm out to just short of 90 degrees. So get it 90 degrees, out parallel with the shoulder. Then bring it towards the hip, 5 degrees. Then on an in-breath, turn and look, roll and reach and come onto the shoulder. Once you're on the shoulder, which is pointing to, let's say, 3 o'clock, turn the hand up, the non-reaching hand, turn it to the palm faces the ceiling. And then what I want you to do, I'll demonstrate now, is this. So notice how that hand flips over. That's really important. Now, just flipping the hand in this position doesn't do anything for you. However, when you're coming over, it drives the elbow down and gives you the stability from the elbow across to the opposite shoulder. And so as you're moving and reaching, and you're going to reach to 4 or 5 o'clock, you flip the hand over, drive the elbow in. So like this. To that position. Then reach to the same side foot, and you're going to come up with the hand. Now that might be as high as you're going to get. And if that is as high as you get awareness of the position there, and then break the return down into a sequence and have a breath at each point in the sequence, which would look like this. Next in the sequence, it can sometimes help to, instead of having the whole of the hand engage with the floor, that the wrist can come up to your own preference, whatever feels strongest. And from there, the next move is pushing in with the down foot and taking your belt buckle to the ceiling. Then you're going to bring this knee to the down hand on an in-breath. Then up into open half kneeling. You're going to come down, hand to the knee, on an in-breath. Leg comes out, and notice how I sweep it. So the knee the knee's down here, then the knee's going to stay close to the floor. I'm not going to try and bring it up and through. That's going to be making it difficult. I'm going to sweep the leg round as if it's a hand on a clock face. And this is the center of the clock. So, belt buckle to the ceiling. Hips down. And then let's pick a victim. Rob, you're at the top of the tree, mate.
Yeah.
Legs at 45. That's it, mate. Remember to integrate your breathing. Let's have that left leg out at an angle, mate. Left leg. That's it. Looks good, mate. Now, if you want, Rob, yeah, I'm going to say you don't have to raise your hips if you don't want to. You can keep your hips engaged, but that right foot, yes, there you go, mate. Take that. That's it. The knee's got to go close to the hand. And Rob, how much of an improvement is that, mate?
Yeah, good.
As I say, I just hope this ain't aligned with Leeds' form, mate. And so that hand comes down by the knee. And then you're going to keep the knee low, sweep that foot to the foot, rotate the leg. You're bringing it through, mate. Sweep it round in an arc. Take the foot to the foot. So get your hand down, take that left foot, keep the knee low. So come back onto me, mate, because that was brilliant on the way up. Here's what you're doing. You're trying to bring that foot through there like that, and that's hard. Because to get that knee high enough to bring the foot underneath it, it's got no room because it's got all of this weight above it. But what you can do is sweep it around. See how low my knee is here? So I come round, leaning on this hand, pushing in with this foot, and then I take the foot to the foot and then continue the arc through. And, certainly when you're trying to get to the movement, don't worry about pushing the belt buckle to the ceiling at the end of the movement. Just sweep that leg through. That action. Let's see you do that again, mate. Just go up into the open half kneeling position. Because you got there brilliantly, mate. So impressed with that. Oh. Go up. Now reposition that right foot, mate, so your knee's at 90 degrees. There you go. Now place that left hand on the floor, maybe about a hand span away from the knee. So you can comfortably put your weight through it and also put your weight through that right foot. Now keep your knee as low as possible and rotate that left leg so that the left foot touches the back of the right heel. Rotate it, rotate. That's it. Keep rotating. Yes. Brilliant, mate. Now, hopefully, have a little try of that while I'm working with somebody else if you've got enough left in the tank. If not, make sure you have a look at that on the video and get that into the program because you've got the mobility for it. You've got the movement skills. So what's happening at the minute is because your squat pattern was so good, your neurology, if it gets somewhere new, it sort of goes, well, let's stick with the squat pattern because I'm great at that, And so you don't want it to get, adhered to that pattern. You want to get all of these new and appropriate options put in. Rob, that is brilliant progress, Dan.
Thank you.
Linda. Marvelous. That's that sweeper after. Excellent. Really good. Return back down. Sweep. Yes. Magic. Such a teacher's pet.
Good.
Brilliant, Linda. Well done. Wunderbar, meine Schatzi.
Yeah.
Jules.
Hello.
How familiar are you with this? It means business here. The socks are coming off.
Yeah. This is a new one.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Right, so I would probably, and feel free if it feels different for you, I would have your right leg out straight. So straighten the right leg, both of them out at 45 degrees, or what it feels like to that. Yeah. And then, yes, that arm up there, just short of 90, or put it at 90, then take it 5 degrees towards your hips. And then turn and look towards your right hand. And then you're going to reach towards it, roll onto your shoulder. Excellent. Now, the next move is the one where you're going to drive the elbow in and you're going to flip the hand round. But you're going to do that as you reach out. You're going to reach towards 8 o'clock on the clock face. And it's the reach combined with that elbow drive that's going to take you, well, roll you over and push into the ground with that, yes, with that left foot. So reach and elbow in, drive into the ground with that left foot. No, don't open up, don't open up. Keep reaching towards 8 o'clock. So roll and reach.
With this is 8 o'clock,
Yeah, it's all right, mate. Have a little look at me because you're set up well there.
and this stays here.
Yeah. Have a look at it, mate, Jules. So you're in this position here.
Yeah.
So what you might have seen before actually is on Rob's second try. When he tried to come up, he opened up here. And then when he come up, it's like a sit-up. Now what happens there is it's the muscles connected to your legs and your torso. They try to pull together to drag you up. And then what you'll see is the leg will bounce up.
Yeah.
You need to take them out the game.
Yeah.
We're already rolled over. So I'm going to roll towards the camera. I'm rolling. And then the moment I get here, I've got all the mechanical advantage on my side. I can just rotate round. So basically, it's like you're drawing an arc. Like coming round. Staying low. We're not going to take gravity on until we know we're going to be a winner. So, come round, elbow drives in, roll, and reach. You're going to come up like that. Does that make sense? That's no problem. If it doesn't, we can just address it.
I'll give it a go.
Yep. So you've got to stay rolled on that shoulder. And in fact, you're going to roll even more round. So you're going to roll and reach down towards that right foot. That's it. Keep rolling. Don't open up. Put your right arm back out at 90 degrees. Now that's going to stay at 90 degrees, but you're going to flip that hand. You're going to rotate that hand on the elbow. But as you do it, you're going to reach towards that right foot now. Keep everything else where it is. Right elbow where it is. Drive with that left foot. Not bad. Certainly for the first effort, but notice how that foot came up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that'd be a combination of that left foot needed to be a little bit wider. You see how the feet are pointing to 6 o'clock? Those feet should be pointing to 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. See, rotate it out. That's it. Now go back down and now move that foot a little bit away. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to drive through it. So that left foot, move it further away from you. Open the knee joint. Open it a little bit more. So, or rather, get your foot into a position where you're confident you can drive through that heel.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
really tight here.
Yeah.
So when I move the knee out, I kind of pulls. Yeah.
But yeah, you don't need to bring it further out. The knee can stay pointing at the ceiling. You just need to open the joint a little bit. So move the heel further. Yeah. That's it. To a point where you're confident you can drive that heel into the ground. That looks a better position, mate, to me. So roll onto your shoulder. Now keep on the shoulder and keep looking at the sofa better. All right, now your next move there is to come up onto the hand. So keep reaching towards that foot. Right, now you're on the hand. So point that left knee to the shoulder, to the ceiling. And you're going to drive the foot into the ground and lift your hips up into the air. Push in with that right hand. Excellent. Now move that right knee to your right hand. Bend the knee, sweep the foot to the foot. It's all right, mate. Foot to the foot and drag the knee under. So it's gonna be 2 movements in one. You gotta lift the hip up. Right, so it's all right, mate. And so what you can do, and I'll leave you with this one and take the pressure of the spotlight off. First of all, you can try it with the hips down. And so what you do, move the foot to the foot, hips up. You don't have to lift them too high, and then you just swivel it underneath. Same again when you come out. Down, swing in there. So it's these 2 actions that you ultimately want to aspire to do together, but you can break it down into a sequence where you can go foot to foot, big breath in, take the knee under, then you come up, down.
Cool. Thank you.
Timor, you love a bit of TGU, mate.
All right.
That's it. So you see there, Jules, how his chest is still pointing towards the floor. Now, foot to foot. Now remember, Timor, if you have
Fortunately, I gotta put my head down.
yeah, and what if you want to have a go without putting it down, that's fine. But if you do that, make sure you put it down electively before you have to. So don't be putting it down to stop a car crash. Put it down at the last point where you think, no, I'm not going to be able to do this. Then put it down and do it under control. So big breath in each time you do a movement in the sequence. So foot to foot. Did you take foot to foot first? It was just off camera. I couldn't see.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see it right now? No.
No. Yeah, there we go. So also you can do it in installments as well. You can lift the hip, move the leg, put the hip back down.
The whole thing is keeping the balance once the hips go up.
Yeah, so if you just put it up slightly, now remember, if you lean a little bit forward, that will give you more room to lift the hips up. So lift it up, move the leg, put it back down, regain. Yes. Remember to keep control of your breathing. And if you have to reposition that right foot, that's cool as well. Look to the horizon for your stability. So look at something on that wall before you go up. This is really good, by the way, mate.
Thank you.
That's it. That's cool. You control that ataxia well, mate. Well done. Okay. Well done, Timo. Once again, Jules, look how she of the chest will keep pointing towards the floor to roll over.
Obviously, the legs not meant to come on.
Foot to foot and the knee under. Excellent. That's great, Kay.
Good.
I love the really casual single leg balance there as well. Well done, Kay. Magic. Tom, you're next up. You'll be after that, Santiago. All that sneaky practice. Excellent, Tom. Really good. Yes. Excellent, mate. Yep. Perfect, Tom.
Thank you.
Santiago. Are you happy and familiar with the sequence, Santiago?
Just from today, but I struggle on the way back, I think.
Yep. That's it. Those 45-degree angles are key. Yes. You can maybe reach a little bit more with the leg. That was very sort of elbow centric, if you see what I mean. And you look like you had to put a lot into it. If you reach with that right hand towards that left leg as you're going in with the elbow, you'll be able to do it a lot more gracefully. So just sweep. Yes. Perfect. I don't know if that felt different to you.
Yeah.
Now, so foot to foot and then knee under. Yes. Perfect, mate. Yeah. And come back down.
So this is the part I can't do.
Yeah. So foot to foot. Yes. There you go. Nothing wrong with that, mate.
And that's the first time I managed it. So.
Well, what you find is the route up informs the route down, you know, and it can be vice versa. Often, what's often the best way to teach the Turkish get up is to get somebody in their open half kneeling position and then get them to descend. But you know, one informs the other. Excellent, mate. Reese, are you with us, mate, or? No, I don't think Reese is with us. All righty. Well, I want to fit in. Yeah. Reese, do you want to take have a go at the half Turkish get up, mate? Right. So get both of those legs at 45 degrees, including the left leg. No, but get it out straight though. The left leg can be straight, but out at 45 degrees. So that's it. Take that, the leg away from the midline. That's it. Left arm out straight at 90 degrees. Excellent. I'll just take it about 5 or 10 degrees down, slide it towards your hip. That left arm. Just bring it down a little bit more, a little bit more. There you go. That's going to be about right. So you've already got your head turned looking at it. I want you to reach towards the other hand with your right hand so you're onto your shoulder. That's it. Now, what I want you to do is you can draw a line, draw an arc along the floor. Oh, wait till I say, from where it is now, I want you to draw an arc down towards your left foot. But at the same time, I want you to flip that left hand over so you drive your elbow into the mat. So drive that elbow in and draw that arc.
I couldn't hear you just a moment ago because it was like the something was messing
So I want
up.
you to sort of, in a rolling motion, I want you to roll and draw an arc with your left hand from where it is now down towards your left foot. But as you do so, I want you to drive your right elbow into the floor and hand over. Yeah, now keep that elbow where it is, mate. Because that elbow is what you want to drive down to, because now you want to be sat up on the hand.
Safe.
If you're just looking at me a sec, mate, because that was really good, and it shows me that you've got everything you need to be able to do the movement. What you want to do is from here. Now watch. That hand's coming, and I'm driving this elbow in. The hand's coming over, and then stop there. Then I want to continue this arc down towards the right foot and come up onto the hand. And so I'm in a little bit similar to the 1990 position, certainly from the belt line upwards. Got the right foot down, left foot out straight. And then the next movement, what I want you to do for this is, first of all, just bring the foot in like that, then in breath, bring that knee under, then come up. Come back down the same route. There we go. There we go. Like that, mate. That's not a bad position, but well, good. Do you want, mate? Do you want to go from the start then? I'm sorry, I'm not sure if you did do it and I missed it because I was showing you, but could you go from the start position, lying down? Right. So leg, that's it. Legs at 45 degrees. That left leg, let's bring it out a bit more, mate. Yeah, that'll do for now. Then roll round. And you're going to draw that arc as you drive the right elbow in. Sorry, left elbow drives in, and the right hand draws the arc towards the left foot. Drive that elbow into the floor. That's it. And pause. Now the right hand is going to reach to the right foot, and you're going to come up onto the left hand. So right hand, that's it. So like that, but the hand will open out a bit more, and then, yeah. Now that position now, that right knee needs to be at 90 degrees. That'll widen your base, and you'll be a little bit more stable. So you move your right foot further forward. That's it. So that knee's at 90 degrees. And now that left knee is underneath you. So that's far more stable. And that's a better position. Now you want to take the left hand to the floor. Now leave that left knee where it is, but sweep that right foot toward, sorry, Reese, put that right foot back where it was. And you need to move it out a little bit more. Remember, 90 degrees at the knee. That's it, because you want enough room to sweep the left foot up to the right foot. Keep the knee low, left foot to the right foot. Yeah, move your left foot to the right foot, sweep it round, rotate it. That's it. And then now you're just going to have to lift your hips up a little and get that foot past the other foot and straighten the leg out. Now you might have to, yes, well done. Now straighten that left leg. And then go down onto the left elbow. Left elbow, that's it. Onto the left shoulder. Now onto the left shoulder, mate. That's it. And then right shoulder down. Now, if you go back and look at the video, you'll see in a number of the demonstrations, you'll see the movement being done quite slick and quite graceful. And so you need to learn and become familiar with the movement and then try to copy it and do it gracefully. Because I've no question that you've got both the mobility and the movement skills to be able to do it. But you just got to get the pattern inside there. Because until that pattern goes in, your neurology is always going to try to use the frame of reference that it's already got. And a lot of those are sort of cobbled together movements. And so they'll never improve They'll never change into authentic patterns. You just get better at cobbled together stuff. So you've got to concentrate on getting that correct technique, and then that will start opening all of the doors for you, mate. All righty. A little bit tight on time, so obviously if anyone has to drop off, you have to drop off.
Did you do Amber?
Amber's knee ain't great.
Okay.
Would you like to have a go, Amber? Or?
Holy hell. I'm not very good on the side I can do. I'll show you what I've been practicing.
Is that going to be sore on the knee, Amber, or are you happy?
Yeah. So I can only do this.
Yeah.
And I can't get very high.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's about it. Because I need that leg to support. It can't support.
Yeah, that's cool. That's all right, Amber.
Sorry. Disappointing performance.
Yeah, we knew you were carrying an injury, doll. Don't you worry about that. Right, so I've got a couple of things left I wanted to cover. One, I will sweep through. People can do it in a group if they feel they've got it in the toolbox, which is tall kneeling to forward half kneeling. So, get in the tall kneeling position, tuck the toes under. Then I'm going to be moving the tell you what, I'll move my left leg out. So I'm going to move the left leg out. I come over to the right. I kick this hip out. So right hip comes out, which means spine's going to tip back in. Shoulder's going to come back in. And what this means is when this leg disappears, the center of gravity is going to be over that knee. But then when this foot comes back into the game, I don't have a great big lever working against me. It's only a short lever here, but also it's balanced by a lever going the other way. I just have to pull this in. If I try to make room by bringing this shoulder out, then that's a great big lever working against me, where gravity gets hold of that lever and it's going to slam dunk me. So I'm going to have to race gravity, and even then I'm going to have a little bit of a wobble. Whereas what I want to do, if I want to move nice and gracefully and slowly, just kick out that short lever, breath in. I can do it nice, slow, under control. Kick that hip out again. Down. Same for the other side. Hip kicks out. I'm looking straight ahead towards the horizon and fixing on a point in front of me. Hip kicks out. Bring it back under, nice under control. Anyone, any questions on that? No, I'll be have a little run through. You did this brilliantly naturally before when you were in the TG UK. Yeah, a lot like that. That's great. Although you might have felt you overbalanced there, the fact that you were able to control it or on one leg and spend that amount of time with the foot in the air, that shows that you're there or thereabouts.
Yeah, I can kick my hip out on that side. It's the other side I can't do.
Yeah, oh, fair one. See if you can start off with your knees closer together, Rob. That's right. So kick one knee, one. What's happening, Rob? When you try to kick your hip out, you're moving the knee out. Because let me just looking at this, mate. What I'm looking at doing is when I move, I'm going into single leg balance for the time until for this to transition from there to there. I'm in single leg balance. When I'm in single leg balance, my center of gravity has to be over that knee. So if I kick that hip out, it's over the knee throughout.
Yeah.
Now, if I have a wide knee stance, it doesn't matter how much I kick that hip out. The moment I move this, I'm going to collapse. So you've got to have your knees close enough together at the start that when you kick the hip, it's outside of that knee line.
Yeah.
And just gracefully move it back. So that's the focus for you, Rob, is getting the knees closer together. It's a nice transition still, mate. Do it on an in-breath. Get tall and do it on an in-breath. That's great, mate. Fantastic, mate. Nice, Linda. Pretty good, Jules. Though the shoulder tended to go with the hip there. Just try to make it just the hip. That's it, a bit like that. And yeah, got to try and get that little bit more mobility in those hips. What were you going for there, mate? Now get those knees a little bit closer together to start off with, mate. Because otherwise you won't be able to get the hip outside the line of the knee. It's good. Kick that hip over. That's it. Now on an in-breath is when you bring that leg out. Kick the hip. Yes. Excellent, mate. Really good.
All right.
Don't worry about the attacks that afterwards, because that came afterwards. What you did.
Yeah.
Great, mate. You got this nailed, have you, Santiago?
I wouldn't say that, but okay.
And we took those toes under. Yeah. Big breath in. Yes.
Still raising.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You get there though. I mean, it's all you really need. I mean, I was exaggerating it to some extent as well. You'll get the feel for what's right and what the right position is for you and your body dimensions. You know. Right. And then the last movement I wanted everyone to do before we go into the full Turkish get-up is a squat flow that I introduced on Saturday, which if I remember correctly, Linda elected to do, and probably just Linda alone. However, this is going to be glorious now. So
My muscles are still complaining though.
so you sat on the on your ankles, and then decide which leg's going to come out. Let's say I'm going to bring the left leg out. So get yourself in a running position, and notice it's the elbows which are driving this, and then go up there, sit back down. Now what you want, and I'm just going to reposition this, is that heel just ahead of the knee. Dorsiflex. Sink down. Breathe in. Come into the squat. Breathe in again. Sit back down. Dorsiflex. Take the knee up. And you do it for the other side. And see if you can have a go at that, Rob. So let's get those knees a bit closer together, make sure you get that same issue. Because ever so briefly, you're going to be balancing on one leg, aren't you? So that right leg's going to come out. Swap the arms over as if you're running. That's it. Yes, brilliant, mate. Now sit back down onto that left ankle.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so now position that right ankle so it's just ahead of the knee. It might already be so.
Yeah.
And then you're going to sink back down onto the ankle, and then you're going to rotate that left knee up so you're into the squat position. You have to put your two hands down. That's fine, especially when you're learning the movement. But do it by rotating rather than pulling the knee up. So if you can just watch in at me again, mate. So I brought my leg out to this position.
Yeah.
And dorsiflex forward. Then breathe in. Lift the knee up. And then down and around.
So lift my left.
Yeah,
right.
you sort of rotate. So you'll rotate your torso round towards your right. Now go towards your right, mate. And then you're going to flip that knee up. Drive that right foot into the floor and bring the knee up. That's it, like that. Excellent, mate. Rotate into that position. That's it. Yeah, there you go. And then rotate that right knee down to the floor.
Left knee.
No, the other way, mate, other way. So that's perfect, because that's what you, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's essentially what we want you doing. If that bringing that knee down and that knee up. So if you can practice between that, and then if you have a little look at the video, you'll see what we mean, mate. But that was that was really good.
Yeah.
Jules, the order has thrown you next up, mate. Excellent. Sit back down onto the and then just bring that left foot. That's it. A little bit closer back. A little bit, so it's just in front of the knee, and just in front of the right knee. That's it. Now you're going to dorsiflex that left knee forward. So bring that left knee over and past the foot. That's it. So reposition it if it needs to be in a different, so it's closer. And I reckon you need that more more towards the midline. For instance, if you look at the camera, I would have it like that, rather than like that. Here, come forward, and then rotate. You see how this has come outside now? I can rotate into that position. Yeah, and then rotate that right knee to the floor. Keep coming round. And then you come back the other way.
I think
That's it.
it was from Saturday I really realised how tight my hips are.
Yeah.
Really tight. I really can't get
Well,
them.
to be honest, you're probably getting a more negative sensation than is actually accurate, because your hips are moving there or thereabouts where they want to go, and they're sort of telling you it's tight. But that very much says to me that if you just keep working them in there, they will actually start giving up that length. It's just because it's a completely new movement for you, so you've got some protective tone in there.
Like, I can't do a wide squat at all. You know what I mean? It feels very tight.
Yeah. Well, and if you can practice the wide squat as a box squat, so it knows that there's a safety net there for it.
Right.
That should hopefully start opening up that range of movement. So that would be for you. Trying the deeper, wider squat, and then those rotations in that position. Say, mate, it's really, really progressive.
And the leg raise, right?
Yeah, leg raise is the other one. They all feeding in, and that's the thing with why. I mean, I almost never stretch, almost never. Although often people think my range of movement's pretty good, but I get all of my range of movement from moving, because there's so many different angles and aspects that need to be hit, that if you're trying to do that cognitively each time, well, I'm going to do this stretch, then that stretch, and then you can't do it. But if you get expansive movements and flows in there, well, that hits everything, and you don't have to keep it in, a cognitive tick list. But mate, I thought that was really promising, and it really did show to me. If you keep trying that, and you can have the hands on the floor, so you start first of all getting confident with the technique, and then that's when you can start exploring it without the hands. I'm pretty sure that range of movement will come pretty quick.
Work on it, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff, mate.
Thank you.
Santiago. Good. Now sink back down onto the ankle, because this is the bit where that's it, because it ratifies the position. So you go, when you're in that position there, you want the foot just in front of the knee. So that then gives you enough room where you can dorsiflex over that. That's it. Try and keep your hips low, though. Keep your hips low, because that is what's going to allow you to rotate. Bring the knee up. That's it, like that. Excellent. And then you're going to come down and round. Yep. Hey. It sounds bad, but I'm quite encouraged that you're finding it a challenge, because your movement skills are good, but if we found somewhere where they're challenged, well, that means we can improve them. And if you just nailed it there, well, you're not going to get any improvement out of this.
No, this one I can't. I'm struggling with.
I'll be quite happy that come the next session, you'll have this. Because one of the ways to practice for it now is, rather than doing that full thing, and this would be a good one for you, Jules, you just touch down with one of your knees, just rotate it inwards now, keeping the hips as low as possible, and then rotate it back. That's it. And now do it with the other knee. Yeah. And then rotate it back. And then more and more you'll be able to do that, keeping the hips lower and lower. And first of all, keeping the hips lower will be challenging. But then once that's no longer challenging, you'll realize it makes it so much easier to touch the knees down. Right. Und jetzt für
Oh.
meine Haustier vom Lehrer.
Was sagen Sie?
Meine kleine Haustier vom Lehrer. Teacher's pet. Excellent. That's it. Now, what would be ideal now would be you would sit back onto that left ankle, but with the toes down. That's it. And then that would ratify this position. So you'd probably want that right foot further forward. That's it. And so now you'd sit back and then turn and rotate that. That's it. Big breath in, lift that knee up. Yes, brilliant, Linda. Wunderbar.
Dankeschön.
Bitte, baby. That's great. Always wanted to use that line after they had it in Days and Saddles with Lily von Stoop. But then that's the one with probably only me and Tom get. Although on that note, Tom. And try to sink back down straight away on that there and make it all one movement. That's it. And now you're going to keep the hips low and dorsiflex. That's it. Now lower the hips and that knee will get up easier. Like, so you see how high you have to keep your hips? That's the route for improvement for you. Now rotate round, left knee down. And then if you have to adjust the position, now's the time to do it. It's nice and stable. Put your hands down and just adjust the position to whatever it needs to be. That's it. And then come back around the other way. And so the real, the tick in the box for this is being able to keep the hips low throughout. Now, if you can, you need sufficient range of movement. And you're not going to get that range of movement from stretching. When you're being denied that range of movement, it's sort of like protected tone that's there. Excuse me. But that's great stuff anyway. Okay.
Yeah. I'm glad I missed Saturday now.
So start off sat down on the ankles though, because the act of hip extension to come off the ankles is what's going to give you a load of drive to get one of the legs out. And then as that leg's coming out, that's when you can sort of sit back down. That's it. And then you sit back down. Great stuff, Kate. And so now you're going to dorsiflex forward, get that knee past that foot, keep the heel down. Use your hands if you wish, that's no problem. And now sink those hips down and rotate that right knee up. Keep leaning forward. Great stuff, Kay. Okay, that's brilliant. It's magic. Now readjust yourself there. You can, either bringing the foot round or the knee round. And sit back down there. And then now, yeah, okay, we can call it time there if you like. That's it. So low hips, drive that right foot into the floor and rotate that knee up. Perfect. Go on, Kay, you got this. Big breath in as you do it. Excellent.
Okay, might need to practice.
Well, and as ever, as the past has shown us, I'm sure next week you'll be smashing that one. Timor.
I think I should sit this one out, Steve.
Yeah. Oh, fair.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
but
no
well,
way.
what you can do instead, mate, that's not that's not dodge it completely. If you can go into the squat and then just touch
Right.
either of the knees down, so you can take
do it.
the half kneeling piece out of it. So go into your squat. That's it. You probably want your arms outside of your knees on this one, I suspect. Or at least, we're going to say, or at least for the knee that's going to touch down.
One more time.
Yeah.
Arms outside.
So favor a wider squat than a more narrow one.
Okay.
And then just one arm out, but it's still got to be a comfortable squat. And now
arms outside.
Just one arm. Put the knee you're going to touch down with. That's it. Now touch down with that knee. Keep the weight going through that right heel. And then breath in and bring it back. That's it. Now repeat. Yeah. Push in with that left. Rotate that back up. Excellent, mate. And you'll be able to, that's real, mate, quality. And you'll be able to start polishing that up even further with a bit of practice. Right, was there anyone who dodged that one? No, I think everyone did it, didn't they? Rob, did you do that one? You did, didn't you? You think you were first? Yeah. Righty-o. So who is up for the full Turkish get-up? Oh, come on, don't all shout at once. Linda, I know you were up for it. You and Tom.
I was expecting Tom to go.
All right, well, at least you owned up to that. So, Tom, you're first, mate. Awesome. Do you find it easier now with the kettlebell?
Not necessarily, and most of the time I stop. I put the kettle down before standing.
Yeah. All right, so
I might try
it's fine, mate.
Try it this time, perhaps.
Right, now adjust so you're 100% happy with the mate. Awesome. Fantastic. Look at that. Tom.
Well done.
Round of applause, mate. That's a while since I've seen you on there, and that's awesome.
That's the better.
Great progress.
That's the better side, but
yeah. Well, and so well.
The better side made it look very easy.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, the blocker for the other side is more the scapular rotation and being able to get the kettlebell, overhead, But really impressive, mate. Really impressive. And well, for you now, just go from a straight. Can you go straight from a forward half kneeling into standing? Just from there. And don't do it in any particular way. Just get your forward half kneeling position and then go to standing from there. So now just go to standing. Excellent, mate. Brilliant. See, Linda, this is what you get. You wouldn't have had to follow that if you went first, would you? Now, the bar's been set massively. That's nice. great. But on the then just stay there. Just take that position again for going up. Now that's just perfect this position. Now that's almost perfect. The more in line you get, the more in line you can get, the better. Now go into the dorsiflex position. That's it. And so now what I want you to do is you're just going to drive down and go straight up. Don't worry about stepping forward. Get that weight over that foot. Yes. Excellent, Linda. And now the same when you go down. Even if you put that foot back, still focus on getting down and keeping that heel on the floor. And so you come down in a straight line. But that's great, Linda. Santiago. You fancy it, mate?
I think I can try the kneel to stand, but I've not done it before, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. The Turkish get-up was the first time tonight. So for your starting position, get that foot a little fit. That's it. You want that 90-90, because unless you've got that as your starting position, you're not going to be able to get as much weight forward when you dorsiflex. Because if the foot is behind the knee, it's already dorsiflexed. So dorsiflex at that ankle, take the knee forward, keeping the heel down. You can steady with your arm on the wall. It's not a balance challenge yet. And then look ahead, big wide chest, and drive that foot through the floor and stand straight up. Not bad. But what the challenge there was, instead of just rising straight up, you had to step forward. So that isn't so bad because you can provide the forward thrust from the back foot. But that means when you're standing up, you've got all of this thrust is still there. That it can't disappear. And so you then have to try and control that when you're standing. So if instead you can get all of your weight over that foot, if you can, that dorsiflex, so I'll just get myself on the camera here. Yeah, that dorsiflexion there and the slight lean from the hips means that this calf, it's an elastic calf, but it really gets stretched. So it's like a spring that's being loaded. You get the loaded spring and then just takes you straight up. Same thing coming back down. A little bit difficult trying to talk on the way, but that is what drives the up and down. And if you're going up and down, you don't have to control a forward or backward force. Like I didn't go down as deeply as I might have done there, which meant I had to step back. Now that gets me down, but then once I'm down, I've got more force I've got to contend with. So if you can get that up and down on that front foot, load the calf spring. That's the key. Rob, do you want to have a crack at it, mate?
Yeah.
Well done. Excellent. Now, make sure you're really happy with your position. If you're not, just alter it now. And then you're going to shift the weight forward over that front foot. Load the calf spring. Nice wide chest. Get tall in the torso. That's it. Now drive into that foot and push yourself up. Excellent. Well done, mate. That looked pretty good as well. That's way better, isn't it, Jules? That Turkish get-up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now at the moment, you've already, well, that was pretty good, but you denied yourself a little bit of extra room because you didn't have 90 degrees at, let me see if I can do the finger bobs bit here. Because you didn't have 90 degrees here, you were actually a little bit further back.
Right.
Now,
okay.
yes, that's a dorsiflex position, but you haven't loaded the calf spring.
Yeah.
I can start in this position, but I haven't loaded it. If it's not loaded, I'm not going to get any assistance on the drive. What I need is I start from here. I get maximum loading. I put my weight into it. Here, I'm not putting any weight through it. It's all going through this down knee. So then I have to generate the energy here. If I start here and load it, well, I'm putting energy into it, and then I get energy out of it. I'm not having to recreate new energy. That is the key. Fancy a little bit of half kneeling to standing, Kate?
Yeah, but not from the TGU, because otherwise I've got
Yeah.
my left leg forward and I don't want to do my left leg.
Yeah, you can just go straight from forward half kneeling.
I have to go see.
Cheers, Rob. Mate, brilliant
Well-
progress you've shown tonight, mate. Awesome progress.
See you guys.
See you
Bye.
later.
See you later.
See you, Rob.
All right, so make sure you're happy with the position, Kate. Take all the time you want, you set up. And dorsiflex and get that weight over it. That looks good. And drive your foot through the floor. Not so much pushing yourself up, pushing that foot down.
I think I've lost my position.
But yeah, and you can go closer to the. If you get close, yeah, that's it. Get closer to it because because then you don't have to lean any of your weight into it. You're just getting balance. That's it. Big breath in. Drive the foot down. Stay as tall as you can. Yes. Go on, Kate. Yes.
Nice.
Awesome.
There was a little finger help.
Well, but fingers only, you know.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. Yeah. I think that's it. Everyone here has had a go at that. You know, not Timur's one, but he was there cheering along. Well, another top session, guys.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks, Steve. Cheers,
the
everyone.
new format seems to be working really well, I would suggest.
Quick question. Do you have a shorthand name for that squat flow?
Squat mobility flow is what I call that one.
Okay.
Well, great session, guys.
See you
Thank
everyone
you.
on Wednesday.
I'll
Cheers.
see you on Wednesday.
Nice
That
one,
will
Steve.
be
Thanks.
Crispin's session, so look out for his Zoom link. See you all. Wiedersehen,
Thanks.
Linda.
Bye all.
Get a bit of
Thank
Deutsch
you.
tonight.
Cheers, Steve.